Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Jordan's Tractor Vlog videos here. Today we're working on a 2001 Honda Shadow 750. This is not the Aero, this is just the 750 motorcycle base model. This bike here has drag pipes on it. It's been to a local shop. I'm not going to say their name. It's been there, it was over there for like 4 to 5 weeks. Family has this bike. And it just has some ongoing issues with the carburetor. It wasn't running right. It was popping. It was banging. It was backfiring. We can't figure out what's going on. So I've been digging into it, and I kept hearing some rattling noise. I did some YouTube and some research, and I found out that the valves, I guess, can come loose and stuff. And the guy over there at the dealer says, like, oh, this thing needs a rebuild, and oh, I checked the valves, and I readjusted them. I changed the spark plugs, did the carburetor. The carburetor I took apart, it was green, it was varnished. I have pictures of it. It was horrible. So we went on internet. I found a generic carburetor. So we got the generic carburetor in there. It was much better. The original throttle slides on the carb were all worn out, and they had air. You could spray it with carb cleaner. It was sucking in air. So we had to get a new carburetor to tune from there. So right now, I just put 120 jets on the main, on both of them, and 40s on the other. A lot of guys are saying keep the jets all the same. You don't need to change them, interchange them. Why Honda did that, nobody knows. It was a engineering / California smog emission issue, I guess. So I'm gonna go into the bike here. Let me show you what I found and what I'm finding with the valves. That a local mechanic shop said that we adjusted the valves. So let's turn this camera around and show you what we got. All right, so here's the valves. We got both heads off. Now to get both of these heads off, I got this one off without pulling the side covers off, and I couldn't get the back off, and I figured out that I got to get the side fin covers have to come off to clear for the valve train. What I found here, let me set my flashlight up. If you go into here, let's do this. We turn on the flashlight on the phone. There we go. Look at that. We don't need that. Come in here. Watch the bottom of this valve and keep it and tap it. That's me moving that arm. That's all loose. And all of these, every swinging one of these are loose. They're all loose, every one. So this is the back of the bike. This is the this would be exhaust side. Look at that. You hear that tap? Imagine that running, going, sound like a diesel. So yeah, and this one here is also loose. So yeah, that's the problem there. I also had to fix the throttle. The throttle was sticking wide open. We took the cables off, cleaned it. I put some chain and cable lube up there. And then I put a little bit of grease on this cable to help it go in and out of the slides, which seemed to help quite a ministry amount of bit. So the throttle's moving really good. The choke on these bikes, who designed this? So this choke, as we know, sits right here, you know, right? Well, it's got to go through the center down here of the carb, out the bottom right here, up the top to the... Why can't we just have this come out into there and be done? Like, it could have been so simpler. Like, Honda was not thinking on that. That is a piss poor engineering. Me, if this was my bike, I would probably do some type of different design. The person that has this bike actually went back to Honda and got a new air cleaner set up because the original one fell off the bike back in Sturgis, and I wanted to do like a elbow or something coming off this and over there and bring it out with a nice bullet over here, but he's like, oh, they don't make nothing. Well, come to find out, now I found them and they do. So that being said, that's the original air cleaner, what it looks like. Really crappy design, how it fits in there. Like, you got to snag this up over there and it sits here. And then the other crappy design is where this choke sits on these. It sits against this, and then that other chrome air box sits here, and just, you know, piss poor design. They could have done better. It's really a crappy design that they did. I mean, and then all that holds it is literally that screw there and this one, and it sits on the stud there and the other stud that comes on the fin right here. So really crappy design that Honda should have done better on. So we're going to go ahead and get those valves all tidied back up, get this bike back together today, and see, hopefully, this motor actually runs better. I hope, because I'm getting a loss for words. I also was told to check the timing chain. And timing chain is correct and tight. So, that's what we're finding. So, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel here. And I will see you guys in the next Jordan's Tractor Vlogs. So, I appreciate everyone for watching, and I'll let you know on a secondary video if we get this running right. So, see you soon. Thanks.